This is a very short introduction of how to pick wild vegetables. Well, first of all, I want to advise just pick two ones that you don't know. Look at photos of them on the internet. Look whether you can eat them, of course, it's very important. And study if you want to eat them, if they have the good medicinal value for you. So say you pick ground ivy, and here you found it, ground ivy. Now look at the leaf also. I think it's good just to get the smell on your fingers and smell them, and then you recognize it better. Because if you know the taste, and if you know how it smells, sometimes when leaves are young they look different, so then you can smell them in order to determine them. And by the way, here we see, of course, a dandelion leaf. Now, dandelion is a very common plant, also edible. So we were not looking for dandelion, we were looking for ground ivy, medicinal vegetable. So maybe you already know some plants, like this nettle is a very common plant, stinging nettle. So bring your glove and pick them. And if you really want to check out whether it's a stinging nettle, just touch it and it will sting you. But this is of course very common, most people know this already. And then you just walk a little bit on and you'll find a whole field of ground ivy. You easily pick 100 grams. You can use it as a tea herb, as a vegetable, as a fresh vegetable. In between we see some nettle. So if you want to make a mix, you can pick this too. But I want to find plantago. So actually we already see ground ivy and the nettle again here, and we see the dandelion. It's another dandelion plant. There on the water side I see plantago. You see the seeds. Now you can take the seeds off and gather them and use them as flour. You can make pancakes from this. And when we come closer, we can also see the leaves. So the seeds are edible. You can make a dough from them, or batter for pancakes. The leaves are edible as tea herb or as fresh herb. So we saw the plantago in the wild, and now we see it in the herbal garden. So this is actually a medicine against cough, and people used to make syrup from plantago mixed with honey. And that's good. Honey is also good for the throat, so this is extra good for the throat. You make plantago syrup. So basically what you do is you just start with a few, like with one or two new ones. And if you know one new one every day you're going to walk, like after 10 walks you know already 10 plants. But maybe you already know something like the nettle, stinging nettle or dandelion. Those are very common plants and you can eat them, you can gather them as well. And you can use them in all kinds of meals or as tea herbs.